Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fire Emblem Advent Calendar. Today is day 10, and today I'll be talking about my fourth favorite unit, which is ironically from FE4. My fourth favorite unit is Arden. Arden is just a champ. I won't lie, first run of FE4, I didn't use Arden, but kind of like Arden on the map, like with time you just grow to love him. Because it takes Arden a while to get to the end. But yeah, in my one movement run, which yes I did, that was funny. Arden was just, oh my gosh, he was so good. There were just moments where I just need a tank, and Arden was just always there and reliable. Arden and Azel, I won't be talking about Azel here, but they're just a tag team duo. Arden tanked, Azel wiped. People, he didn't wipe.
Hey, Jake,
Yeah.
do you know why Arden was always around? Because everyone was one movement so he could keep up.
Yeah. Arden's just like honestly one of the most wholesome Fire Emblem characters I've ever seen. He just wants a family. He doesn't have any big goals. He just has like small dreams, and like really it's just a nice goal to have. Just have a family, just protect people.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to be on the castle doing anything. He wants to be on the front lines helping people out. He doesn't want to just be at the castle just doing nothing. Arden is he just has a lot of character, and that's saying something for FE4 because like that game didn't have too much dialogue for their characters. He's the lovable oaf, and he even gets a pursuit ring, which is pretty pog. The pursuit ring helps him out so much, doubling. And like, can you hate that face? Like, that's all I can say. You guys, any thoughts?
Bro, I love Arden. Oh my god, he's just funny. You want to give him EXP. You wish he was a little bit better, but you love the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like you said, he's so wholesome. He's just a funny goofball.
Yeah.
Well, let's face facts here. What would make him better is with more movement. But if everyone's on movement, everyone's on equal footing or equal horsing, or everyone's on equal ground, so to speak. So like one movement is where he shines because he's able to keep up with everyone. He's actually able to do combat. Because normally in FE4, like everyone's like running right past him, everyone's like charging ahead, and he's just like, bruh, I got like 4 movement, wait for me. But nope, horses go brrr. But yeah, like he's cool. I like Arden. He's funny. He's like, I don't want to spaced. And freaking Sticker's just like, yeah, just sit at the castle. Just sit on that throne. You got this. He's like, but I don't want to do that. And he's like, no, you're slow. You're staying on that castle. And he's like, but Sigurd, please, I want to come with you. And Sigurd's like, ha, get a horse, then we'll talk.
FE4 moment.
Yeah,
For real, though.
yeah. Arden's awesome. I've seen I have a good buddy who built a fully merged like +10 near save Arden. He's got like insanely high HP. Like, fun fact: using Arden in Ponzaloki can actually be a detriment because his in Ponzaloki you can only get up to 99 HP, and because Arden's HP is already super high, you stop gaining HP on like this, like the 4th or 5th round because his HP is so high. So there's not much of a point in having him on board for it, which I find kind of funny. And he's still at the highest HP in the game, which is hilarious.
Yep.
He's a good boy.
Hello, Blake.
The cool thing about Arden is the fact that he has 2 secret events, not 1 but 2. The pursuit ring and the +5 skill if he's married. I don't know why they made the +5 skill if he's married so rare, because it would be hard to imagine people marrying Arden unless they just actually feel like some pity for him.
Or unless it's one movement.
But overall, having 2 secret events is just very funny and cool.
Yeah, but I think the developers were like, you know what? He's based so bad. He's gonna fall behind so bad. He needs a little bit of extra based. He needs based incentive to carry on. So let's give him some extra stats, and let's give him an extra event, and let's try to make him a little more appealing than he is currently.
Why do you need to make him more appealing? He's already perfect.
Exactly.
Oh, appealing to use in combat. He's already a based dude.
Again, he's perfect.
Yep.
Agreed.
Arden.
The fellow.
Arden is really cool. So I did play a little bit of FE4 on my channel. And in that run, Arden and Alec were the 2 units that I had the most fun with, pretty hands down. Because with those 2, you know, they would get stats they weren't supposed to get. I think I leveled speed on Arden like 4 or 5 times during that run, and every single time that I leveled speed on him was a pop-off. Same thing with luck, because luck is an even lower growth. I think it's like 20% for speed, which, to be fair,
Yeah.
you know, that's a 1 in 5, so it's not perfectly unreasonable. In fact, my favorite Fire Emblem character of all time has a 20% speed growth. But getting those speed levels on Arden were just crazy. Like, it's not necessary, you don't need this to make him good, but it's so funny. I guess...
I remember those.
I feel so hype every time I see that speed pop off on Arden.
Exactly. But one thing about him that does disappoint me just a tad bit, and it's really not on him, it's more on like how the game was made. It's just that it, you know, at a certain point he gets so much defense where enemies literally stop attacking him. I do kind of wish that like the game was a little bit dumber in that regard, where they would let their enemies just ride into battle and meet their maker to this, like this untouchable wall. I see why it's not, but I would definitely prefer that, because I think it would make the experience of training such a, you know, a commonly left behind unit even more fun, you know?
My headcanon is people love Arden so much on the enemy team that they just don't want to hurt him.
It's understandable.
No, but if I remember correctly, that only happens if they have some sort of leadership, or if you're playing in clever mode while their leader is still alive. And that's due to the fact that, well, leadership makes the enemy smarter for some reason. But if they have no leader, they will just crash on any unit that's nearby.
Oh, I see. Well, a lot of the time the leader's in the back, so I guess it was harder for me to find that. But if that's the case, maybe I'll try that again sometime. Maybe I'll see about... I mean, I know Arden solo was a real thing, apart from where he can't move over a certain tile in one map or something, but he's really cool.
Chapter 4.
Right. Really the only downside to using him is that you gotta slow your pace a little bit. And for me, that was no big deal. I just slowed my pace and had my phone and used him.
The only downside to using Arden is just being sad when he's not there for Gen 2.
True.
Well, that's like almost every male.
Except Lewin.
Dylan's like, haha.
That's
Well,
because Lewin dodged the plot. I'm telling you.
I guess Arden is there for his family then, right? Because he goes with them. Dang. Well, his wife anyway. Maybe. Question mark. It depends. A little bit. I don't know. I don't remember who I got him married to or I was planning on marrying him with, but he definitely deserves someone. That's all he wants in life.
Yeah, a big sad, but in the FE4 manga, he actually didn't get married.
Dang, rip.
Bruh. That manga sucks.
I guess my
They
biggest...
promote incest too.
It's true. I guess my biggest memory, or the story point that makes me the most fond of Arden is honestly the very beginning with him and Alec bickering. It's like, ha, you're slow. He's like, shut up. And I love Alec too, so there's no harm, no foul, but I wonder what it would be like if they remade FE6 and gave them more traditional supports, if we could see those two talk again. If they would actually be buddies or
FE6.
whatever. Game, brain, no worky. FE4,
happens, dude.
FE4 remake and those two had a conversation. I think I'd be very pleased.
Yeah, I'd love to see a support line of those two.
Mm.
They're just green-haired boys.
Yep. And then they collectively, all of the green-haired people in the game, go to Midir and push him off his horse. I like Midir, by the way, but I think it'd be pretty funny.
My dear.
You
Melee.
just don't like him on a horse.
Yeah, if he was a foot archer, like if he could hit the 76s or the 86s instead of Jumka, be very pleased.
Oh, Jomka misses.
Right, but Midir doesn't, right? He's the
Yes,
good one.
Midir's good.
See,
Midir's good.
see, there you go, everybody. We have 2 Fire Emblem YouTubers with a correct opinion.
Hey,
Jomka sucks. Fuck Jomka.
Right?
Jomka's on my top 5 worst Fire Emblem characters.
we can do that next year.
We'll do that for Evil Christmas next year.
That sounds like
Evil
fun.
Christmas.
Yeah. We'll have 86 entries. Each one is Jumka.
The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nice.
Where we do the top 5 worst characters.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, guys, on Arden, besides him being base? And if you say otherwise, you're wrong.
Meatball.
If you really want to make Arden good, just give him the killer bow. Yeah, that makes anybody good.
True.
But he can only use it whenever he's promoted. So, but I mean, another thing you could also just do is just give him the brave sword,
Mhm.
which you probably use whenever you're doing arena runs with him, aka
Yes.
leveling up to level 20.
He has an phase, so that's technically canon, I guess.
Like
Ah,
one of the
true.
things I really love about FE4 is how you can just fix any unit, not statistically wise, not movement wise, but basically in order for them to just pass their arenas, which is mainly what you're going to be doing for your rank runs. And well, it's just by giving Arden all the rings and stuff, he just becomes the boss, like any other unit.
Mhm.
Of course.
Of course. Interesting Arden.
Yeah. Then there's
Um,
always the old rescue staff glitch where you can just make him have infinite movement.
True. That is
True.
hilarious.
We're only in
um,
chapter 5 or 4, I believe. Either
so
one.
the only other thing that I want to add is like, when are we gonna get an Arden Alton Faye? Can I get Groom Arden?
Based.
Imagine
That'd be base.
this man, his pecs busting out of his tuxedo.
Yes.
Has like
That has to
50
be a
defense
thing.
at base, but no shield. It's simply the meat on his chest that keeps him safe.
Bruh.
I have an uncle that works in Nintendo, and he said they can't release a summer Arden ult because it would crash the economy because everyone would be buying him up all the orbs on Faye, and it would
Yeah.
like end like the Japan economy and just the
Oh,
US economy.
Perfectly
yeah, makes
understandable.
sense.
Speedo Arden. There's so much meat it just doesn't fit in my brain.
Well,
All right, well that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we're gonna see you guys next time. Bye.
Later.
well, bye.
Bye.